I am your host, Dulci Hill, and welcome to Thursday. You know what I realized for the past 2 weeks on Tuesday, I kept thinking it was Thursday. I also want you to know that this is the last day I'm sharing this Meerkat. This is the last day you are going to see my yucky hair. I haven't had my hair done or at the beauty parlor. Hi, Paul. I haven't been to the stylist since April 1st, and I have an appointment on Friday to get this looking a little better. Right, so on next Tuesday, my summer hair is going to be gone. So oh no, this is a disaster. I look trashy, but anyway. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Paul. Thank you for being with me today. I'll tell you what. I want to talk about falling. I want to talk about falling. Um, I have been falling. It's got to be 5 times a week. 5 times a week. And I'll tell you what, when you start repetitively falling, hi Susan, Susan's in the house, another Hill's in the house. When you start falling all the time, thank you, Sarah. It's because Sarah, you see the love I have in my eyes for you. I love you, Sarah. So, uh, yes, I miss you, Susan. All right, so I've been following. I have an appointment with my neurologist on Monday. I'm out of Ritalin, so I'm going to talk about that. I also think we have to decide when we have MS. Hi, Kevin. How are you? We have to decide at some point if you're falling a lot, when to get an occupational therapist, when the doctor should order that to come into your house and assess where are you falling, what is dangerous, what needs to happen. I get to do that. Half of my falling is my own problem because I there's a fig tree down the street, and I have to take every ripe fig off this tree. Hi, Jane. I take every fig off of it, off the tree, and I am so goal oriented that I will. Systems are failing. I'm getting dizzy. I'm holding on to the tree, trying to stay upright, and boom! I do the nesty plunge, just and I lock out. But I just fall backwards, so I haven't been hurt. Uh, I've got a dear friend of mine who's telling me I should wear a helmet, but I don't know. Number one cause of death in the United States isn't COVID, is it? It's falls. Falls. Hi, Paul. God bless you, Paul. God bless you. But it's number one cause of death is falls. People falling off the roof, off the ladder. Healthy people die of falls. So when we have MS, in fact, I prophesied about 10 years ago when I fell off the porch step going down, and I fell into, I fell into the grill, and it broke my fall. And my husband came, picked me up like he did yesterday, like he does every day, but or at least 5 days a week. He picked me up, and I looked at him and I said, you know what? I'm going to die of a fall. Prophesy. And I hold on to. The problem is that those of us who fall, sometimes we get an attack of dizziness, and the walker, we can fall over with the walker. The scooter, I'm pretty good at not falling off the scooter because it's got arms. But I got to tell you, remember I had that catastrophic attack because John Hopkins didn't put me on medication for 6 months, and I had the attack. I had what in my cervical spine, in my pons area, in my brain. I had the active lesions in the area that is all about balance. So remember we were talking about two different types of MS. You have active MS and you have secondary old MS. Old MS is the active damage uh, coming on permanently, right? So I had this active MS that created these new lesions that now is manifesting. Now it's turning into secondary progressive. It's manifesting itself all the time. So how do you adapt? How do you adapt to if you have secondary progressive MS? Shoot, if you have anything, how do you adapt to a new reality? All right. Remember, think about if you don't have that MS, think about how you were when you were a kid. You used to run around. Think about playing softball. Think about you, Paul. Think about lifting weights. Think about running. Think about all the things. And that door closes. All of a sudden, it's like you're facing a new reality. It's like for me, it's fallen over. But it's do I ride my bike, which I can't ride? It's a trike. One of the people on MS Front, Multiple Sclerosis Frontiers Medical Support on YouTube posted, emailed me and said, "How do you take your walker with you with on the trike? On the trike." I'm like, I'm trying to figure that out. My husband wants to bungee that to the back of my truck. I don't want to do that. I need to real. You know what? It's only work if you'd rather do something else. And I'll tell you what. Let me tell you something. Suze, everybody's commenting here. Let me tell you something. On Tuesday, I was going to say on Thursday because I've got Tuesdays and Thursdays mixed up. All right, on Tuesday we did MS Live. Hi, John. About time. We missed you here. All right. So, okay. So on Tuesday we had MS Live. We did the workout, and then my mom came over for a couple hours, and then I went to the pool and I swam, and then we went to trivia night. And we won first place. We always win first place, but that's only because there's 4 teams at trivia night. And we've got I don't know, but the other team's really tough. So we thought we were going to come in second place. But all right, so what happened is I had such a full Tuesday, and then yesterday I woke up and I had the pool reservation because adapting to a new reality. I used to be a goal schedule oriented person, and where I couldn't do certain things, I was just too tired. I worked on writing, um, still writing my book. For 2 years, I've been writing on that stupid book. So all right. So doing that, I made a boatload. No, I didn't make a boatload. I made pork roast for my husband, and then I made oatmeal cookies, low sugar oatmeal cookies, and I did that. So I tried to. Hi, Dennis. Okay, so let me bring this around to the point. You wake up one day and your reality has changed. No longer can you run 5 miles. No longer can you do this, right? You've got two choices. You can sit on the couch and wring your hands, eat fudgy bonbons, start watching soap operas or Oprah Winfrey or Judge Judy or whatnot. Feel bad about yourself, or you can do something else. For me, it was swimming, and people think I'm amazing because I swim a half a mile, 40 lengths, 20 laps round trip, and sometimes 22 or 40. All right, 41, and or 42 or 21. And the reason why is because I think I forget. I just lose count, and I'd rather overestimate it. So what I'm saying is that just because one door is closed, I may be dizzy, doesn't mean I don't have other options. All right, let's see here. Chris says Chris is going to the neurologist today. I never felt it would mean I'm not doing anything. Sarah says if she didn't fall, I fall 5 days a week. I think so. It's time to get an occupational therapy test to assess why am I falling at home? Do I need more grips? Is there what's going on? Are you using something to hold on to? Susan asked, and yeah, my when I go out on the back porch, I've got a grip. I put. By the way, I have 5 hummingbird feeders. So I don't know whether you saw 5 that I've hung them around. So yesterday I was reading my book. There was 5 monarch butterflies that 4 were born yesterday. 5 of them were getting strong enough to fly out to be released. So I was in the porch reading, watching the hummingbirds. Just it was amazing. Let me see here. Susan said she's at the beach and walking on the beach. You know what, Susan? You know what? Uh, Being on the beach and walking on the beach is a thing in the past, and I used to love that. I used to love that. But the good thing about falling on the beach is that it doesn't hurt. Falling on grass doesn't hurt. Uh, you know, fall that doesn't hurt. Uh, and but if you can get a cane and walk on the beach, uh, that is great use of those leg muscles, Susan. I just am thrilled. Hi, Phil. All right. So, Sarah. Oh, you. All right. Sarah fell at a gas station and broke her humerus in 3 places. Um, and then, oh, that, ouch. All right. And Jane said she's fallen with a walker once, having dizziness more than once. And I did that and broke my finger because my finger got stuck. See the handle? Look, my finger got stuck. And here when I fell, my hand stayed. I know you can't see this on YouTube, but it's a loop. My hand on the brake, so I went to fall and my hand, it was broken this way. So I needed a special cast there. So yeah, that it falling on the walker, and then humerus is the hardest bone to break. Humerus is I thought the femur was the hardest bone to break. Dennis, where is the humerus? Sorry, where is the swimming last week? I was very tired after. But you know what, Susan walking. You know what? There's a beach walker too. It's too expensive for me to get. But gosh, I wish I had a beach walker with big fat tires so you can push it on the beach. And I would someday. I Santa, Jesus, if you can bring me a beach walker, I would be so grateful. Big, I would love that. Betty Joe, by the way, YouTube Betty Joe's with us on Facebook. Thank God. Man, I love you, Betty Joe. I love you. I love you. Anyway, for those of you, Betty Joe, I'm thinking, and then Chris, and those of you who send me just well wishes in the morning, I haven't been responding as much to you. Normally, I respond back, and I thank you, but I just haven't had the energy to do what I'm supposed to do. And the reason why is I'm violating the principles I had, which I have a video that said, put down what you want to do and rate, rate each things you want to do with energy, or So I want to swim takes one energy. All right, reading takes three, so I'm low on energy. I want to sit and read. Writing takes two because I've got to think about it, so I need to do that. All right, now I have so much pain in my head. Yeah, it's true, but you know what? Brian, they got an elliptical. This is back when I was able to do an elliptical trainer. So he got an elliptical bicycle, and he thought I would be able to do the elliptical bicycle. I jumped on and did the most thrilling, 25 feet before I hit a curb, fell off the elliptical. My spasticity, my left leg, stuck out. So pretend that's my knee, my calf, and my shin went into my femur and broke my shin, or tibia, this way from my knee down. Just it was a little fracture. But when I went to urgent care because I knew something was wrong, urgent care casted me straight. Oh my gosh, it hurt so bad. So I had a friend who's a sports medicine doctor who I couldn't get in to see him, but I walked up and I was like, please. I walked into this med store. He was like, please let him know that I'm in trouble. And he told me right away, you know what? God is so good to me. When people say, how are you doing? I say, I'm incredibly blessed and highly favored. Good things happen to me. Good things. I am so blessed. I'm so blessed. Dee Dee's with us. So anyway, I broke that bone. So I broke my rib. Remember, I went through that I fell in the bathroom, smashed a toilet paper holder through the wall. I did that, broke a rib. We thought, we all fall. But guess what? Everybody falls. Number one cause of death in the United States is fall, right? So we have to figure out where to put our hand, how to fall proof our homes, where to put grab handles. Uh, what I fall in, let's see, twice in the past week in the kitchen because I go from the stove to the sink, back to the stove, to and then to the refrigerator, and at some point doing that, I lose my balance and I do a nasty plunge and I go flat back, but I hit my head and I don't know. Okay, so it's enough about me. Let's see. All right, my life took me. All right, Chung. Still just saying Chung. I have the link. Chung, can you post the link to the beach walker? All right, Chung, can you post that? Post it down in the chat thing so I can read that. Femur, yeah. Humor, okay. Humerus is the upper arm. Thank you, Dennis, for clarifying that. And the problem is steroids. We end up having so many steroids. They treat us when we have these attacks that makes our bones brittle. So you don't think about that. So the problem is that we live a little crazy when we're younger because we don't think longevity. we're thinking, oh, I'm having an attack, I'm going blind, I'm not feeling right. I want steroids because steroids makes us feel better. But in the hi Nikki, but the future of steroids is guess what? Now you have osteoporosis. Now you have to take medications to keep your bones from disintegrating so it doesn't break. They don't break when we fall. Okay, we have to lift weights. We have to take calcium supplements. It now we've got. It's almost like we've got diabetes. We have a disease that we brought on ourselves without knowing it. It's like you get diabetes because you've been eating like a fool, and all of a sudden, yeah, you got to reverse it. Okay, now I think Betty Joe. Let me see. Betty Jo says she has not had the energy either. Sister failing in daily encouragement. You know what? And I was doing the daily devotionals, reading like 5 different ones, and it's like God spoke in my ear and said, "Why are you reading other people's stories? Why?" Swipe left to see. All right. Why are you reading other people's stories about the relationship with me in the Bible when I want you to read my Bible? Read it. Don't read. So I started backing away from reading. Who is God to me? Um, and I have the bookmark. Paul, if you're still watching, Paul, if you can send me your address. I saw. Send me your address, Paul. I have something to send you. So the bookmark that in my upgraded bookmark, I was working on my book for so scatterbrained and organizing it. And I was at the pool, and there's a sweet gal that God brought my life. And I said to her, I asked her to be my editor, and she said yes. And because she only said yes if I wouldn't be offended if she ripped apart my writing. And editors only good if they rip apart your writing, right? So I said, I asked her, I gave her a bookmark. I said, I'm thinking about making the steps that I do all the time, chapters of the book, but I've got to be disciplined. Okay, all right. So anyway, instead of reading these devotions, like I have one right here. All right. Instead of reading these devotions, um, I'm supposed to read the Bible. So I've been back to U version and working through different things. All right. So what I'm going to say is this is an old. All right. So let me see. Let's just do it Thursday. Right. Thursday. And I'll tell you, this here is it's Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday the 27th. I like that. All right, it says God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And every single one of us. In fact, the reason why I'm thinking this is really good is because we are not useful to God until we go through a serious storm, until we have lost, until we have it really bad. Remember, I remember when I was diagnosed with MS, I cried. Can you believe it? I cried. I cried. I thought, oh my gosh, I might get bad. Cry. What a waste of time. I was good. I was very athletic until about 10 years ago. So I'm thinking, and you know what? I was so concerned with myself, with what other people thought of me, what people. I was so concerned about those things, And I did not, I did not become useful to God until I was willing to give it all up. Well, shoot, I was stripped. I was stripped of everything. I was stripped of a marriage. I was stripped of my career. I was stripped of money. I was stripped of a business. I lost so much because of the disease, but you know what? I got to tell you, if I didn't lose everything, I wouldn't be willing to lose it all for the sake of Christ. My reputation. Look, I wouldn't be here with this trash hair, which is going away on Thursday or Friday. Friday. All right. Oh, Chung said our VA chaplain come drop it for us. All right. That's good. The bread, you know what? It's good to read these devotions if you're not disciplined enough to read the Bible. But all right, this person said she walked out of the house after being gone for a few hours and led her puppy out to find it out of his crate. He hardly contains himself when he sees her. Right? He runs between the legs, rubbing against her while his tail wags vigorously. Boy, that is why I don't have a cat. Cats are homicidal. If they walk in your legs, if they do that, they'll kill you. You'll trip and he romps the rooms and picks up his toys and brings it to her. His whole being exudes joy, and he clearly delights in being with me. That's what she says. That's true. I read a quote from Jim Wilder, a neuroscientist, who said, "Joy is being with someone who delights in being with you." Her dog truly exemplifies this phrase. As she reflected on this, she thought about the people in her life that most delight in being with her. Her husband, her boys, her close friends, and others came to mind. Then she thought about Jesus and had his delight in being with her so much more than any pet or person on earth. He delights in being with us all the time from the beginning of time. Uh, After God finished creating everything, he declared it was good, not just good, but very good. He delighted in his creation. He delights in us. He desires to be with us. You know, and so much of this is not seeking God. It's just allowing God to work through us, to strip us of ourselves so that we can be of Him. Hi, Diana. You know what? It's rainy. It's only 70 degrees out in Maryland, and I'm going swimming. I have a pain doctor appointment after a workout because we get a workout pain, and then I'm gonna swim. Guess what I missed yesterday? Winston, he was supposed to go to the vet to get his chip and to get his examination. 4 o'clock. I knew it was at 4 o'clock, and I decided 4 o'clock I was going to walk him, and he runs. He runs. So, all right, let's see what else is going. Dee's been having lower back pain. Dee, a lot of our lower back pain. I say this from owning a gym and understanding where lower back pain comes from. It often comes from the fact that our hamstrings are tight. So you got to stretch your legs in order for your back. In fact, today, after we do this exercise from 12:05 to 12:30, we're going to be on the floor. All right. So those of you who are going to participate in this, uh, get a mat, get a canvas string, get a rope, get anything. So we're going to do some stretching. Let's see. All right, John, did you? You didn't post beach the beach walker link. All right, so all right, hang on. Beach walker. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can. Oh my God, they're so expensive. All right. Oh my gosh, you're so expensive. Okay. Okay, so I see debug aluminum beach walker, ready made, $1,049. All terrain. Here's another one for 1311, and there's a three-wheel one which is it won't work. You can buy the tires, buy two tires on Amazon for $134.99, and maybe convert a walker. I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. Let's see. The other beach walker. Oh, I found. All right, $999. I found one, and that is Marine Rescue Products. Traditional steel rollator. All right. All right. You know what? I don't see that. I wonder if Medicare would pay. I wonder. All right, 999. That's the cheapest I can see. All right, it's called Debug Beach Walker. I wonder. Okay, I wonder. MJ says I. All right, all right. Myra. All right. Okay. Chung said $1,000. Okay, let me. All right. Okay, so I'm looking. Because I am. Let me see. Beach. I'm sorry. I thought you beach. All right, here we go. Let's see. Wow. Here's one for $1,500. All right. That reminds me, Dulci, I've been not able to do my arm free weights ever since I did this exercise. All right. Why? Why? All right, what I need you to do is give me a call, Betty Joe. I need, in fact, I need anybody who is doing the MS exercises who has a specific pain or reaction. I need you to call me. You have my phone number. You need to call me. All right. So I have to talk to you about what your form is and what I that upsets me, Betty Joe. So you gotta let me know. All right. Okay. So I just don't see it. So I'm trying to. All right. All right. Jane is updating us on her vision difficulties, uh, which it doesn't seem to be MS. It is a vascular problem. Thank God. I hope they fix that, Jane. I mean, gosh, as if you don't have enough difficulties. Medicare Part B, wheelchairs, roller crutches, and canes are covered in Medicare. Really? 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 All right. Yeah, but what you need to do, Betty Joe, could be sore, but when you have pain or discomfort because of an exercise that I have taught you, I want you to call me. You need to call me and say, "Is this normal?" Oh gosh, that is. You need to call me. All right, Betty, Joe, and you have my phone number. Call me. So it doesn't matter how tired I am. I you can't get hurt because of something I recommended. I am a trained, licensed physical trainer, but I can't have you if you have MS if and you're doing a rehab that I'm teaching you and something that's easy. I need you to call me. I just need you. Again, you might have lifted too heavy, Betty joke, but that's why I said start light. So give me a call when anybody has a problem and we do these exercises. Give a call. Today we're on a mat. We're gonna work on stretching and hips and stability down there. All right, all right. Chung is saying that Medicare Part B should cover durable medical goods. You know what? I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look into that. And but if I don't write it down, I'm gonna, I mean, I tend to think today's Tuesday when it's really Thursday. All right, so, all right, Medicare beach walker. Okay, I'm gonna look. Good morning, Nikki. All right, good morning. All right. All right. It was your push-ups. Yeah, it was your push-ups. Uh, you know what? And an easier way to do push-ups instead of leaning up against the dresser and doing that, you can lean up against the wall. I need to say that. Get some water. Oh my God. And so just so you know, yeah, I know some beach walkers can be rented, but that's a hassle. Um, if you can have a beach walker, and you can throw it in the back of your car and just go to the beach. The beach is so healing. It's something about the salt water. I need. Oh my gosh. Um, I need and Betty Joe. You know what? Of course, your chest muscles, because you were working your chest muscles. By the way, just 1 minute. You were doing the chest muscles. You had a double mastectomy, and it is very weak. So the back of your arms um, hurt. Hi there, Gina. All right, so you know what? I completely understand. It is an exercise that you will be able to do, but you have to work up to it. So don't let me push you. Because sometimes I go blind. You know what? In fact, you guys are all talking about blind, going blind. And when you've had MS for so long, right? What happens when you're out in the heat? It's like me being at the fig tree. What happens? The Especially if you don't have thermal regulation abilities, right? Your body doesn't know it's getting hot, and you're out there and you're hell bent on picking the last fig, and all of a sudden you can't see, right? Because it's not the active disease, it's the old damage, right? What happens? You get inflamed because you get hot, and the holes get larger on the nerve, right? And all of a sudden, so your optic, you go blind. You can't talk your balance. Everything is shutting down. Then you have to pee, right? Because that everything is shutting down, right? The key is that we have to think about it. We have to be aware of these symptoms coming on before we get in trouble. Yesterday was the first day. First day I stopped. I picked a number of figs, and all of a sudden I felt like I was losing my balance. I was getting all hazy, and I went over, got back in the Polaris, right? Got in there and with my bag of figs, and I drove back home with the dogs, and I asked my husband. I said, "Could you come with a basket and finish picking the figs on the tree?" And it was just it was wonderful. He did, and it was wonderful. It was a husband wife thing, but so we have to be aware of when we're starting to get in trouble. Uh, Back in California, when we lived in the desert, we had automatic sprinklers. I'd go out and I'd be pulling weeds, and all of a sudden I'd get so hot I couldn't walk. Well, back then my husband could just turn on the sprinklers and pull me down, and then he'd come and pick me up. All right. Okay, Sarah, is James saying something, giving advice or suggestion? You know what, Sarah, it's true. If you want, all right, part of getting on the floor is we have to practice getting on the floor and getting up. Uh, Yeah, we have to practice that. We got to practice that. I don't know how advanced you are, Gina. I'm sorry, Sarah. I just don't know, but I know that we have to work on getting down and getting up. We have to work on that because some part of me getting in trouble is I have fallen about 5 times under that fig tree, and I'm laying there. And I was calling Ranger, who's supposed to get off the Polaris. He's getting old now. He's supposed to get up and help me to get up. I'm supposed to lean on him, and like I've done videos on how to stand up. But you know what? I'm supposed to do that. But when I'm too tired and my legs are they're like jello, you can't get up. The only thing that's going to help you get up is muscle memory. Nikki says yoga helps. It's true. If you've got the stretched out hamstrings, it'll help you get up. But we have to practice standing and we got to practice that so that we don't get in trouble. We've got to practice that. By the way, swimming in the ocean is a thing in the past for me. I love the ocean. I used to love jumping waves and stuff, but now the current, I can't do it. So it just washes me back and forth. I'm more like a jellyfish. Uh, uh, But you know what, Sarah, so what I need you to do is think before you do any of this practicing. Getting down, getting up. Maybe go by the couch, right? Yes. All right. You need to have a couple of, I think by the couch will help. And that's getting down and standing up because you can lean on the couch, you can flop on the couch. So I'm thinking, how can we do this, right? A couple things that are different levels that you can grab onto. We've got to think about that. But that will be from 12:05 to 12:30. Uh, you know what, Gina? Isn't it better? Gina says she's sure that her neighbors get nervous watching her crawl around the yard to get something to pull up. You know what? And it's like falling in public. After you've had MS for a good long while, it's like no longer do you want to fall in private. You want to fall. I'm telling you, falling in public is a good thing because then you get people who God will use to be your angels and help you up. They feel good about themselves, and guess what? It's a heck of a lot. Uh, Dee Dee, it's a heck of a lot easier. And Dee Dee, the I know that you're getting the Tempur-Pedic. There is, I'll tell you what, Gina, Gina, tell Dee Dee what we discovered. There is no mattress that what we use can't make it perfect. All right. What is that? What is that? It is in fact I have I all right, it is the pressure, we call it the waffle, right? Because it's pressure. All right, dear Dana has a question. Her husband took her on a date to aquarium. I couldn't walk for a while, and then all of a sudden it felt like her legs give. You know what? Great question. And those of us who've had MS, we've been there. I know exactly what you're talking about. I remember having MS maybe 8 years, going to a restaurant in Texas with my then husband, and we were waiting for a table. There was a lot of people waiting for a table, and what happened, Dane, is that I couldn't stand anymore. So I sat on the ground. I just couldn't stand. My legs just. So I sat down. My husband at the time thought I was being melodramatic, but that would happen to me in grocery lines. It just happened. My muscles said, no, you know what? You need a break to get strong and then stand. You know what? And it's so common. And you know what? I at that point when that was happening so often, I decided to get a rollator. I didn't need it. I didn't need it because I rarely had a problem. But I didn't want to. I wanted to bring a chair with me. All right. I wanted to bring. So all right. Hang on. Hang on. My foot. All right, so I wanted to. All right, all right, stay. So I wanted to bring it with me. So what I would do is because I did so much walking, and occasionally I just had to stop and rest, and that is so common. So you get a rollator, get Medicare to pay for say $100, or you know what, your insurance will pay that for that. Get $100 rollator, pack your lunch in the front, or pack some water or whatnot, and you go out, right? And don't you're not doing it because you're disabled, but you're because cane's not going to help you, Dana. It's not going to help you. But you have to have uh, your insurance will. Your insurance will pay. You don't have to have Medicare. Your insurance will pay for this. I remember what I did is that I just for $100 I went down to uh, um, it was a medical supply store, and I looked around at something, and they had it right there. I bought it, and I thought, you know what? It, it, and the question is, do you have more problems with dignity sitting down in public, or would you like to have your pocketbook hanging off the side? Uh, you know what? Uh, uh, and you know what you can do, Dana? Uh, call the MS Society, call the MS Foundation, and call the uh, um, MS Association. Email me, and I'll see. Email me. All right, get in contact with me. Let's see how we can. I can find a walker for you. Uh, you know, you need this. And it's not that you're relying on a mobility aid. It's you're just making life easier. It's a you're just making life easier. I had this walker probably 15 years before I needed it. I need Dana, email me. Remember msfrontiers.org. Uh, um, you can call me, or you know what? Email me with your phone number, and we'll find a walker, a rollator for you, and we'll find it cheap. Because I understand. I understand so many out of pocket could be no. We're gonna find that. We're gonna find because it you know what here you just don't you know what it's not Jane said that thrift stores sometimes have walkers and canes cheap. Go on Craigslist and see if they have a rollator in that area. Where are you from? You know what? And Dana, people would ask me the most common question is at what point do I use disability equipment? I remember I didn't want anybody to see me with a cane. I didn't. You know what it is? You use you use disability equipment when you're tired of laying on the ground, when you're tired of sitting in public. Yeah, you're tired. Right? Because MS and your legs failing you is not your fault. It is not your fault. Your body doesn't want to fail you. It doesn't want to fail you, right? So you got to separate your mind. All right, separate your mind from your body and say, all right, if it's gonna fail me, let me give it a leash. Let me give it what it needs so it's not mortified, right? It just and Dana, you know what? How long have you been diagnosed with MS? Because I know, because it doesn't. You know what? It doesn't mean that you require it. I mean, you're not an old person walking around. I remember I was in my 30s. I was like 32. That was 32. 20 years ago, uh, 20 years ago, I didn't need it. But I was young, I was pretty, and people would look at me and they'd be, and I know you all have had this. People look at you because you're too young, you're too pretty, you're too vivacious to be using a walker. But guess what? You have it, and you can come up with fun things to say. So you know what? I think everybody should be issued a rollator, right? For your lunch and stuff. The problem I'm having right now is my new reality is I'm dizzy all the time. So the rollator's not doing it for me. So when I don't want to fall, I use what to conserve energy. I'm supposed to use the mobility scooter. I get there and then I'm supposed to meaningfully exercise. Well, here's the problem is that the less I use a walker, the less I use my legs, the less they're able to use. Uh, uh, and you know what, Sarah, the problem with recommending starting with the cane. The problem is that it a cane doesn't solve the problem where you need to sit. You just which seems to be more of a problem uh, when we have MS. It's more of a problem. It's like gotta sit, gotta sit. So you look for a bench. And when I was in this restaurant in Texas, everybody else was sitting. There was no place to sit. If I had this, and I do, I don't care about long lines. I sit there, and everybody in the long line says, "Oh my gosh, I wish I had one." I said, "Well, you can sit on my lap, you know." It's so it just it necessity overrules dignity, and all of a sudden, when you get it, you realize that your dignity wasn't a factor to begin with. You know, who cares? Because they can't insult us without our permission. They can't do it. Little kids walking up, people walking up and saying, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with your leg? Are you going to get like, nah, it's just not gonna improve." But anyway, uh, is more essentially, I get it. Walker draws more intense, but the walker gives you bilateral support. You know what? The walker. What's great about the walker is it has a seat. You can sit. You can sit on a walker. You can't sit on a cane unless you sit down and then you fold up your cane. So you are strong upper body. You're strong sitting. You know what? If you know what? All right. So Dana, because she was, you know what? I am when my legs give out, I can grab something and pull myself up because my upper body is so much stronger. The nerves react so much better than my leg nerves. All right. So you know what? All right. So you all right. I am so, you know what? I am so, you know what? The incredible stress can kick off MS. I'm so sorry. Dana lost her son 4 years ago. And it's true. You know your body. You know when you had the first symptoms of MS. Uh, all right. Oh my gosh, that is. Well, anyway, I will let you know. It's true, Chum. God bless you for saying that. God is there for you. And you know what, Dana, I truly, and everybody here truly believes God brought you here for a purpose, and He's working through us, and we're going to solve we're going to help solve your problem because God wants us for you. You know what? Because we're only good for God when we have difficulties, right? If we didn't have the same difficulties you have, we couldn't be angels and help. We couldn't allow God to work through us to help you with things that we know. Why any one of you can have an MS Live, and if you want to join me at some point, you know, please come on over and sit with me. We'll do it together. Because anyone, I'm not special. I just host a show where we have this space and we all come together to help each other. I love all of you. They always ask me if I have leg surgery. But I don't care. Again, I don't care. What I want you to do is subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Right? Follow me on Facebook. Uh, uh, Email me or call me, Betty Joe, call me. We're going to go to msfrontiers.org and look at the resources we have for you. Uh, email me, call me 443-910-3988. Send me a text. All right, 443-910-3988. Send me a text. All right, and I will. You know what? God will use me. I don't know how He's going to use me. I might not have an answer, but I'm going to wait. I had an old boss that say, if you're going to go down, Dulci, go down in flames. So, all right. So I can't. You know what? My fingers are painted on. Can somebody else type that? 443 980 3. See, I forgot. 3988 4439. I forget, and I forget. All right, so it's 910 443 910 3988 443 910 39. No, Jane, thank you. It's 910. I forgot. See, I forgot. By the way, next Tuesday you're gonna now, Sarah. It's 443-910-3988, and text me. On Tuesday, I'm getting rid of this beach hair, this terrible beach hair. Chung, I'm gonna look into how we all can get beach walkers. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. Send me a text. Send me a text. Text me. Love you all. No. 443-910-3988. All right, we're taking 5. Go to the bathroom, get some water, get a strap, and we're going to be exercising here. I love you all, and keep coming back. Let me pray us out. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for everybody who has participated, whether they have MS, whether they don't have MS. Lord, I know that you brought all of us together today to support each other, work through us, to touch the lives and encourage all those people who are suffering. All of us everyone is suffering in some way, Lord, and we don't have to suffer if we trust in you. Lord, you said all things. Romans 8:28 says uh, all things work together for those called according to His purpose. And finally, James 4:6 is worry about nothing, but in everything, through prayer and petition, make your requests known to God, and may the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, Guard your hearts and minds on Christ Jesus. Uh, love you all. I will see you in 5 minutes. Talk to you later.